Alright, howdy folks, welcome back. I told you I'd be back. Alright, that's Germany. All that was happening to Germany, all this flooding and storms happening there now. Because they're up in that polar vortex we were talking about. Alright, amazing capture here. Get my pointer. Right up here, I'm sure you can't really miss it here. Our black object, plasma in front, dammed up. Also streaming back behind it too as well. Here, just tint this out a little bit better for you there. Alright, there you go. There's your round object right here. Plasma dammed up in front of it, streaking over it, trailing back behind it. We got, what? We got a little bit more scooching to do here. There we go. And I can zoom in manually too, so let's go in a little bit tighter. There we go. Alright, so there's your object right there. Captured in the CME, instrumentation reacting to it. Sorry, I'm a little down tonight. Alright, here we go. Let's just put this into motion here. Whoops, in forward, please. Note the date, 12/15/23. Okay, so here we go. Another big blast off the sun today. Full halo CME. A lot going on here. There we go. Alright, and then watch this thing go zooming past really fast. Boom. This is at normal speed. That thing was from behind the occulter and out of frame within like 2-3 frames. It just wham, just went right through there. See how fast that goes through there? We'll go through this frame by frame here. So let me catch the opening frame here. All kinds of stuff going on in this. Alright, so we pick up here at 2 o'clock. 2 hours of missing data already, probably from the event that's up above. You see this tapering off tail of an event that happened up here, so there's 2 hours of missing data, probably from this event up here. Anyways, we got the slow motion CME coming out of this region here with the spire, with the glowing area. Okay, small event over here as well. This is the opening frame at 2 o'clock. Now, as we progress through this, okay, here comes this really fast mover on this side right here. There it is right there. And out of frame that fast. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. Here's our black round object right here. Plasma flowing off the back side of it. In the next frame, it's already out of frame, and the little moon that's trailing behind it's right there. You can see another small one down here as well. So that whole thing right there, this big round black object right there, and then the moons that went with it. This, another little trailing one up here. Another butterfly type effect. Let me back up. If you tilt your head to the left just a little bit, you can see this butterfly type shape effect here. What's going on? There we go. Alright, as we continue forward, Sorry, I'm not so enthusiastic tonight. I've been fighting computers and all kinds of delays and distractions and stalls and all kinds of just stuff to make you miserable. But I tried to regain composure and do the show anyways, even though it's the last show of the day. You guys have all seen all this stuff already. Feels kind of pointless. Anyways, there's your event over here on the red side. You can see it pretty well too. Back up a few for the red side there. You can see the shadow that it's casting too. Another object in the middle of this big old event here, really faint. Then we have this frame. That's a little disturbing. See how much it's glowing all the way around the occulter and the instrumentation reacting to it. But that's a glitch frame, so we can't really be too reliable on it, because then this following frame, it just continues like this. But it gets backed up with this. See this full circle one? And now you see the red line, the red event line. So there is a full halo CME, almost full halo right there, okay, embedded in this multiple object event. All right, so now you can see the instrumentation. This isn't a glitch screen, okay, mind you. Let's go back. All right, follow the glitch. All right, follow the regular stream, glitch, it keeps going regular, another glitch. But you can see from this point where we had our first glitch right here, boom, something happened there. Something intense happened there that caused this camera to glitch out for a second. Also, what I note about this is so bright that the occulter arm is casting a shadow. Look, see that? Rarely do we have ever seen this effect. Okay, so it makes me kind of wonder if that's not a big, huge CME right there that is expanding out. See the blue line? That shows you the expansion ring. The red line is the boundary line right there, okay? And it's connecting with this event up north, this one that came out the side, and stuff that, I don't know, it just looks like, see all the scattering in between here? See that? So let me back up for last few frames. Starting after this glitch frame, watch this red line. It's there for 3, 4, 5 frames. So I believe that we had another full halo event there that's kind of getting covered up a little bit. Just very suspicious about all the data. It seems that event right there was so powerful it glitched out the camera, and then when the camera came back, it showed the readings of that right there, that CME wave coming at us. All right, hang on for a second. I got to attend to something. I'll be back in 10 seconds. All right. So after watching that for that 10 seconds there, you can see that looks like a full halo CME coming at us. All right, and then this event here is a little disturbing. I really don't feel like talking about it. I did earlier, but some people can really ruin the holidays. Well, I'll just let the image speak for itself. Okay, you can see our big black round object right there. Okay, the plasma draping off the backside. It whizzed by so fast, probably because of the mass of it. Um, I want you to take a little size comparison here. This white circle right here represents the size of the sun. This thing appears to be bigger, just slightly, than our sun. You can come over to this instrument and look at it and stuff yourself. Let me get back to this now. Alright, so once that thing just zips right by, you can see the remaining magnetic field that was around it. The magnetic field would probably be this big right here. Alright, so there's the object, passes the bigger magnetic field around it with the following moon, and another one down here. Okay, that was a powerful event there. Alright. Couple of powerful events there. Alright, one to glitch out the camera. It sends what appears to be a full halo towards us. Alright. And then this is at regular speed. See how everything's moving out at its regular speed? Watch how fast that thing goes by there. I mean, it's going like light speed. Bing, and it's gone. And then the motion here kind of shows you how big and how fast that thing whipped past there, and its magnetic field still, lagging behind there. All right, now let me get back to our solar report here. Okay, so we're at the GOES X-ray flux. We'll zoom into this real quick for you guys. Pull it over. Okay, we had that M-class event that we reported on last night. Since then, it tapered off. A few little bumps in the road right there, but nothing too bad in the meantime. Okay. All right. Something else I want to point out is this absorption that we're having right now. Okay. Just because there's not a big red dot in the middle of the screen does not mean we're getting absorption. This is the kind of absorption event that I'm most worried about, because you see the entire polar regions covered, all right? Mainly more intense on the southern hemisphere than the northern hemisphere. Okay, green does not mean good. It's just a lighter hit on this side than this side. Doesn't matter. Either way, all that is going to be absorbed down to the core. Okay, this energy gets absorbed up here at the polar region. Here's an example of this energy getting absorbed at the polar region. This transposes down to the core, right? This kind of event without the big red dot here is what concerns me, all right? So we're absorbing a bunch of energy right now. And it was a little darker green up there. I posted a little thing in the community page about it earlier. Lots of red on this map. We got 25% X-flare potential, and the protons up at 50%. Okay, we got a big old red box right here from that X2.8 that we had, all right? There's a bunch of red on the bottom of this map right here, so a lot of red on the map right now, all right? We also have, this is the region that kicked out the sunspot region, 3514, okay? Over on this side, now they have updated their forecast to G2 level for the 5th through the 6th, for the 16th and then the 17th, all right? This might get bumped up even higher, and we'll get to that later on in the show. Just keep that in the back of your mind. They're predicting G2 for the 17th, all right? Here's your KP right now is doing just fine. All right, we haven't. There'll probably be nice big orange red spike here pretty soon once this next inbound wave hits us. What did I want to pull up? An updated tracking model. Yes. Is this the one that lets me see everything? Yeah. Okay. Now, can I please have it? Or maybe not. Let me find the other model that lets me use the instrument real quick here. Let's come over, open up the tracker. This is the one I want. Nope. Are we too zoomed in or something? Is that what the problem is? Nope. Oh, it's down here. This one. All right. First of all, let's just take a peek at this one. You can see they're still showing this CME, the X class one moving out and away from us. I don't know if that's this newest updated one, but it looks to be. Yeah, because the other one was actually clipping us more. So this is a new updated one, kind of heading away from us, thankfully. But they might have to update this because of that full halo that I just showed you. Now, this is the one I want. If we can get this one to open. Please, computer. Hope everybody's doing good out there tonight. Holding tough. I've been through the ringer today, so I'm just a little less enthusiastic. Alright, we're waiting for this to load up. There goes our little video. Alright. Here comes that second wave now. We went through the 15th and then the one on the 16th. Oh, they took it off. Oh, man. That's why I wanted to do this earlier. Anyways, it was showing before our impact on the 16th that is now gone because it's updated. Dang it. Well, let's just move on with this then. This is going to be the combined impact on the 17th. Watch as this comes off here. Boom. There's a secondary one behind it. They combine, and we get the combined one on the 17th here. And there's still the one that's hitting us on the 16th, all right? It's been bumped off of this, but here we go with this latest one that's coming at us. Has something back behind it. It's going to merge with it. Not too bad. Not mainly in our direction, but watch right here when this comes out. Here, this pass right here. It comes right at us, and we take it right on the chin right there, okay? With like the most intense part of the wave. So this is going to be another impact, another absorption. Okay. Back out of this here. Is that it? Oh, show the auroras real quick. See how faint they are right now? That's good. We're kind of in between waves right now, and the Earth's taking a little breath, bracing for the next impact right here. So at the current moment, the auroras aren't all super, super hot, glowing. Okay, that's good. Where is it? Okay, let's move on to the next article. Here we go. It's funny, this cosmic ray payload thing in the glaciers up at Echo Lake up at Tahoe in the Sierra Nevadas. I was just up there the other day, and here they are with an article about it, or an article about their little sensor that's stuck in a glacier up there. Anyways, let's get down to this. The multiple CMEs are coming. Multiple CMEs are coming. Geomagnetic storms are likely on December 16th and 17th. All right, that's why I wanted to show you the 16th model, because it was important, and it's gone now. But impact on the 16th and 17th. All right, so we had one today, the 15th. We're going to have one tomorrow, the 16th, and then another one on the 17th. So we've had 3 impacts in a row. All right, or actually going to be even more. I think geomagnetic storms are likely 16th, 17th when multiple CMEs hit the Earth's magnetic field. A new NOAA model shows 3 CMEs combining to form a single storm front, striking in unison on December 16th. That's the reason why I wanted to show you the 3-in-1 storm front striking in unison on the 16th. This is it right here. This is what they're talking about, is this event. It should say 16th and 17th, around 2000, which is almost the end of the 16th. All right, so that's their prediction model. So we have this 3-in-1 CME storm front. They're calling it a storm front, striking in unison on December 16th, around 20 UT. You'll have to do the math on that to find out what time that is in your time zone. All right, there is an actual app for that, how to transpose UT into your time zone. Okay. So that's all I want to talk about there. Let's move on over to the Schumann. Has this been re-updated? There we go. All right, do some scooching here. All right, you can see we're going along pretty strong right here. We just had a small little screech, nothing too bad right there. But the main thing we're worried about is the green line right here, and it looks nice and vibrant. You can see right here we had a little shadowing event. See the break in this line right here? There's 2 of them, one right there and one right here. All right, those faint little marks right there mean that the magnetic field was weak. Weakened there 2 times. You can see we came out of this screeching event. It's trying to bubble. It's trying to, recover here, and woo, 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 and back to our regular hum. Okay. So let's just keep praying that we don't have any of these weaker events like this when this 3-in-1 hits us. All right. And when that hits and absorbs down, I expect to see a pretty good size, screech on this thing. If we haven't had, a huge earthquake or huge volcanic activity to relieve that pressure. It seems to be relieving a lot of pressure because these big waves that we're absorbing aren't leaving huge screech marks on this. So it seems to be that we are having a lot of venting going on through earthquakes and volcanoes. All right, let's come over here to our earthquake report and get that a little bit better for you guys here. We got a few new quakes on there. It was quiet mostly, and now it's kind of picking up in activity a little bit. So let me just zoom in here, and we're going to get started in the central region here where this all starts anyway. Why are there wavy lines? I don't want wavy lines at my screen here. All right, there we go. A little bit better. Zoom in like that. There we go. So let's start with this one right here. This is a 4.4. There we go. In Vanuatu, down at a depth of 618. All right, so that's a really deep quake again. It's signifying movement down below, down deep, because of the roiling magma down there, okay? This one, too, is a 5.4 south of Fiji at a depth of 530. All right, so a mid-range 5 at a deep depth. that translates to like a 6 at the end at the surface. Okay, so there's potential for 6 energy going up into this system here. Here we have a 4.9. It's down at 392, so that's another kind of semi-deep quake. We haven't seen that 6-point surface energy yet. We've seen 3 deep quakes. Note the rest of the area is void. Okay, over here by our volcano where we're having the weak spot and venting, we got a 5.0 at a depth of 52. This is, let me go zoom in for us right here. Here's our caldera and the new Marapi. Okay, let me just zoom in a little bit closer for you. So here's our Marapi that's going off, the old caldera that's right there, and just offshore from it is our quake. It's almost in a straight line. I mean, it's perfectly straight across from it. So this is energy in that region being vented. Since this isn't exploding, maybe something plugged it up a little bit. Now we popped off an earthquake instead here. A 5.0 down at 52. Okay. You can see why. It probably wanted to vent through the volcano here and couldn't vent enough pressure quick enough, so it squeezed out an earthquake as well. Okay, let's pull back here. Rest of the map, really quiet here. Just this 4.0 up here in Afghanistan. Again, down at 200. Semi-deep, all right? So no real surface quakes yet. Now our weak spot region here. And we need to kind of go in because there's a little flurry on this side. Let's go through these first. A 4.7 down at 46. A 4.8 down at 45. And a 4.7 down at 54. These aren't surface quakes either. These aren't super deep, but they're just down a little bit deeper than the surface right there. So 3 on this plate. Okay, this is a fracture zone. This is a plate and another plate, a subduction zone going on. And right down below the subduction, down where the magma is roiling around down there, causing little quakes. Here we got a 4.7 on this plate down at, that's a surface quake finally at 10. Here's a 4.6 down at 67. And now our new quake, a 4.6 down at 70. All right, so we've had 3 over here, and then 3 respond over on this plate. Like they're playing tennis. Bing, bing, bing. All right, let's go up here. This is a 4.7 still on this plate right here, down at 64. All right, so this little area kind of coming back to life a little bit. Nothing up through this zone, nothing up on this side. We come up to Japan here, 4.3 down at 59. Up here is a 4.3 down at 291. So these aren't really surface quakes either. These are a little bit lower activity. Nothing in this region for a long time. You know, 1 quake. I don't count that as much in this region in a long time. Mainly because of the volcanic activity going on the peninsula. Look how quiet it is over here. A little flurry of mouse farts here. 3.5 kind of being the biggest of any of the energy there. Nothing on the Juan de Fuca, California. Small little mouse fart 3.0 there. Couple of mouse farts in Texas. Hawaii, a new quake right here, a 4.6 that just happened down at 204. Okay, so let's even come over here. Now this is interesting. A 5.3 at a depth of 10 and a 5.3 at a depth of 10. 2 separate quakes, identical in size and depth, but in 2 different locations at 2 different times. But you can see the fulcrum point kind of right here, a small one in this main fracture zone right here, and just inside of it, bing, and then one to back it up. So mid-range 5s right here, releasing some energy. Here's another release over on this fracture zone, 4.6 at a depth of 10. Okay, so we're having some energy release, but we're also having some energy coming in now. And, all right, what I need to say about this, help me, Lord. All right, I guess what I need to say here is the sense of urgency as this new energy we've just absorbed. Then we got another 3 and 1 that we're going to absorb. Okay. This is quake activity is going to pick up. You see how quiet it is right now. Okay. It's quiet now, but that is not going to last for a long time, especially with deep. Most of these were deep. There's only one surface one there. This one's 52. Okay. So that these deeper quakes are indicators of that pressure starting to build down at the lower levels. All right, and it'll make its way to the surface. And I don't really want to go forecasting, but let me just say that there will be a increase in magnitude. All right, and we're seeing mid-range 5s. We may see mid-range 6s, a 7, or possibly an 8. It depends on how this energy hits us, how much we absorb in, okay? But the potential for a big quake is now out there. So I'm going to put a warning out for everybody that's on the coasts in the Pacific Rim area. All right? There could be a possibly big quake coming that could trigger tsunami. All right? So everybody on the coast, all the way around the Ring of Fire, be on alert, all right? Because this energy is coming. We can't stop it. It's going to have its effects, all right? One way or the other, it's going to have its effects, all right? So I'm not trying to be Mr. Doom and Gloom here. I'm just trying to give it to you straight. Look out. We got a big one coming. Look out. We got volcanoes coming. Look out, look out, look out. Watch out. The news is going crazy. Watch out. We got crazy weather coming. Watch out, look out. All right? I'm just trying to warn you guys that this new inbound series of energy is going to wreak havoc on the earthquakes and on volcanoes. Come over to this. And these ads, I am so done with ads. Close with your ads. It's jammed up my computer. I tried to open up a page, and there's so many ads on the page, it jammed up my computer. I mean, look, enough, people. Just, if I wanted a product, I'd go research it and then go get it. I don't need somebody constantly shoving their product in my face, telling me, buy this, buy that. Getting stupid, ridiculous. Anyways, I'm complaining. My bad. Let's get to this volcano report. Reykjanes on the peninsula, going off the area around, oh boy, Svarzinski. All right, so Iceland, the volcano on Iceland, picking up activity. Krakatoa, volcanic ash advisory to 4,000 feet. Semeru, explosive activity continues to 14,000 feet. Okay, these altitudes are starting to increase. Marapi to 17,000 feet. That's the Marapi where the earthquake was just directly across from it. So not only is the earthquake going off, the volcano is going off as hard as it can to 17,000 feet. It'll probably go even higher than that here soon. Santiagudo to 14,000, probably go higher as well. Nevada del Ruiz, 25,000. Sangay, 22,000. Okay, see how these numbers had jumped? I was just telling you yesterday that these altitudes are going to increase, probably into the 20s. Here's 22. Here's 25. Reventador to 15,000. Sabancaya to 30,000. Here's the list that I like. I don't know why this wasn't on there last night. Probably just to frustrate the hell out of me. Viziamani, still going. Ducono, Abaco, Arubis, Erda Ale, Etna in Sicily still erupting. Fuego, Ibu still going. Iwo Jima still building islands. Krakatau, old extinct volcano come back to life, still going. Luatolo still going. Marapi still. Messiah, that's the new one that's been added there. It's still currently active. The Merapi, still active. Michael in the South Sandwich Islands, still active. Nevada del Ruiz in Colombia. Niragongo, still going. Popocatépetl, still going. Reventador, Sabancaya, Sakurajima, Sangay, Santiaguito, Semeru, Shivalu, Stromboli, Yasur, and that's it for currently going off. These other ones on this other list, all getting ready to see more activity possibly out of Aoba, out of Bengana, the Great Sikin ones, Karangatang, Mayon. Mayon keeps coming online, going offline. Look for it to come online again. Same with this Aoba. Watch for it to come online again. Nishushima, watch for that one too. Naimura. Could you guys possibly come up with the most impossible names to pronounce? Old Dion the guy, Ricon de la Vieja, Shishalden. Alright, all of these are all about to come online again. Uluwan, watch that one. That's another one that came online just recently and then dwindled. When this pressure comes and builds up, all these ones that are on this list are all the ones that kind of go, active again. This new one, Villarica. That one, watch for it to go off as well. Alright, enough of that. Let's get over to this forecast. Oh, joy. That's why I wanted to do this earlier, too, because all the data's gone. I just wrestle against everything. Okay, let me back up. So here we are, morning of the 16th. All right, we got inbound energy going to affect this, going to affect this, going to affect this. We got inbound energy. Not only going to affect the weather here in America, but over around the world, okay? We're just doing America for right now because I happen to live here. And this is where our forecast models come from. Let me get this adjusted a little bit better. There we go. So back up. That's the current conditions, the morning of the 16th. Here we go into the noontime of the 16th as this thing ramps up. Remember, added energy to this thing. By the end of convection, it's going to make landfall as a category as a category 2 winter storm, whatever you want to call this. They don't want to call it a tropical storm, but it has rotation. It's coming onshore right here. It has severe weather going across the middle part of Florida. I watched a few other weather reports today, and they're all concerned about this middle section of Florida. I am as well. I am deeply concerned about this storm and the energy that's coming in that's going to enhance it. All right? That was the end of convection right there. Into the nighttime, I believe. I gotta zoom back out to see. I want a little clock down at the other end so I can do it from the other end. Alright, so yeah, that's the end of convection as it makes landfall. Alright, then we go into the nighttime. Let me just do this. Keep track in my head. All right, so there's the nighttime. So between sundown through the night, you're going to have a nasty event going across Florida. All right, everybody in the middle part of Florida, get the hell out of there. I wouldn't even hunker down or whatever. I'd just get out of there. Go visit somebody for the weekend or something. I don't know. But I would not want to be in that area right now. And if you are going to try to ride this out, pretend like it's a Category 5 hurricane coming at you and hunker down. This thing's going to have nasty, nasty weather, embedded tornadoes possibly. That's the nighttime. As we go into the morning of the 17th, remember, this is added energy coming in. The 3-in-1 hitting now, baby. All right, so 3-in-1 added to this. And that'll be the morning of the 17th, the noontime, impacting very, very hard into South Carolina, Tennessee, right? This whole eastern seaboard right here. From the nighttime through the morning to noon, now the end of convection. I believe that this will probably be a lot more intense than what they're showing. It'll probably be a little more red in there than just yellow, especially at the end of convection on the 17th when we have all this 3-in-1 energy coming in. Cannot stress enough how the sense of urgency to be aware of what's going on here. All right, this storm means business. It's going to mess things up for the East Coast here. Let me go one more frame. I lost track. That was the end of convection right there. So the nighttime then, as it drives more into Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. Okay, so it's not skirting the coastline. It actually kind of went inland a little bit there. Go to the next frame. What's the timestamp on this? But we should have one up above or something, because I don't like zooming in and out. Anyways, yeah, we better get a timestamp on this one real quick. That frame right there is the morning time, 4 a.m. Well, it'll be about 7 a.m. out east, December 18th, right there. So, the morning of the 18th, let's go take a little closer peek at the morning of the 18th now. A lot of New York, all along this whole coastline right there, all these major cities right here, just severe, severe weather. These millibars are very tight. This thing is going to turn into a nor'easter. It's going to be this weird winter tropical type, turns into a nor'easter. And what was interesting about this storm as we were watching it kind of combine and come together, it had 3 components. This component here, the component back here. When these two merged, a third component came in and really gave another punch to this. A 3-in-1 type thing. Just like our CME lineup. And I was going to try to make this point last night. This is starting to line up like the CMEs are. With 1, 2, with 1 leading the second, the 2 merging, and then a third coming up from there and merging with that to have a 3-in-1 combination that whips out a nasty-ass storm like this. This is a 3-in-1 punch to the East Coast. You guys, wake up. Wake up. Get out of there. I would not be traveling. If you got travel plans at this time frame in this region, good luck. This is going to snarl things. It's going to be a nasty, nasty storm for a lot of people. From Florida all the way up the East Coast. All right, starting right there when this sucker comes into Tampa and just makes landfall like a hurricane, all right? And then just continues to rape the East Coast. Sorry, but it is. It's just raping the East Coast here. And then it's going to just go on like this mad killing spree up into New York, Philadelphia, Washington, and then we'll go another frame here. All right, come here. All right, from this frame right here, the morning of the 18th is just going to be a nasty day there. Because there we go into the noontime. There's lots of convection going on already. Severe weather up through Maine, most of the state of Maine. Whipping around the backside from Canada back down into New York. Then tightening up as it leaves at the end of convection. Sundown right here is finally kind of leaving the country right there. Let's pray it doesn't stall and slow up a little bit, and it does leave by the end of convection, because if it has time to convect over the country, it's going to be even more severe at the tail end of that. All right, the rest of the forecast, we don't have enough data. It's a bunch of just clear stuff anyway. So this storm is a result of our solar activity. This 3-in-1 coming together just like these CMEs did. I was watching this going, wow. One weather report guy kind of pointed out, oh, look how this wave is combining with this wave, and then the third one's going to come in and join them. I'm like, huh. That's the same thing I just said on a video, or, that I just saw happen on the sun. So I wonder if these are correlating. Well, I know they're correlating. And here is your 3-in-1 punch coming December 17th, 16th through the 17th, because this is the afternoon of the 16th going nighttime the 16th. All right, nighttime the 16th in Florida is our first event that we need to be worried about. Everybody needs to start alerting people down here in Florida of the potential of a very nasty, potentially life-threatening storm that's going to move up the East Coast here between the time frame of the afternoon of the 16th through the 17th and 18th. So afternoon the 16th, morning of the 17th, noontime the 17th, convection, sundown, the end of the 17th, morning of the 18th, or no, nighttime of the 17th, morning of the 18th, noontime the 18th, end of convection, and nighttime. Say goodbye to the electricity on the East Coast. You see these millibars? You see how tight these millibars are all the way through this whole event? You're talking high winds, 60, 70, 80 mile an hour winds, just going to come ripping right up the East Coast like a freight train, just plowing on through there. That's a disturbing looking storm. If you knew what I knew, you looked at this with the eyes that I see it with, whew. All right, good luck to you people on the East Coast. I'll be praying for you. I mean, everybody start praying for the people out there. They're going to need it. I mean, what a terrible time for a huge storm possibly destroying lives and homes and communities and stuff right before the holidays. This is not good. Especially with the inbound 3-in-1 energy hitting us with this storm. The storm combining with the other storm, making for a perfect storm. So everybody on the entire East Coast, from Florida all the way up to Maine, on high alert now for weather, just for the weather. Okay. All right, that's it for the weather here. Let me see if I can do a spiritual thing tonight. I am not feeling it, but I'm gonna try for you guys anyways, for my family here. All right, yeah. Let me get this a little bit bigger here. There we go. Let's see if we can kind of zoom in here. Alright. This is the next series, the next event that happened in a chronological order since all this stuff started happening to me. Okay. The last night I was showing you the demons and Satan attacking me, right? Well, the same night that happened, after I went back up to the house and went to bed, an angel appeared at the foot of my bed, and this little incident happened that I managed to capture. And what you're looking at is a series of pictures taken in a dark bedroom with the flash on my phone just lighting up the room, all right? Without the flash, I could see the glow of this angel right here. His wing comes up and then back down right here. Okay, so here's a wing coming down and up. The head is right in this region. There's another wing coming up and coming down here, all right? So this V shape with the head here is an angel in the etherical realm, all right? And when I put this into motion, you'll see over here with this wing, it reaches over to my head and pulls two things and flicks them away. It'll pull one thing off my head, flick it away, reaches over, pulls another thing, flicks it away, and then a halo appears over his head, and he shoots it to me. It bounces off of me, and it hits his wing, and he hits it back. All right? I do all the narration in the video. I should have just let the video speak for itself, but I got to kind of explain first because it's faint and it's very hard to see. I never got an opportunity to run all of these through the filter, so it's just raw images. But in a minute, you'll see the motion, and it's the motion that our eyes detect. Oh, wait. I got other stuff going here. I want to put the sound on. Please, thank you. Alright. I was asleep, and something woke me up. And I woke up, and at the foot of my bed was an angel. And with his wing over here on the right, he takes two different things off of my head. One was a horn, and the other object was half of a crown of thorns. He flicks them away, and then a halo appears over his head. He shoots it to me. It bounces off of me, hits his wing, and he hits it back like a tennis racket. So, okay. Reaches over, flick, one thing goes. Oops, here we go. Flick with the first thing, flick with the second thing, halo bounces back. Flick, flick, bounce. And this happened right after the attack from you know who. Okay, this is all real, folks. Okay, I'm showing you this now because we're close to the end here. I'll just mute the rest of that out of there. So, very faint, and it's hard to see. A lot of people are like, oh, there's nothing there, but actually there is. This is right after the attack from Satan there, spitting bolts at me, and that hurt. I was in a lot of pain and went to bed, and while I was laying there in bed, I felt something. I felt a presence in the room, and I opened up my eyes, and I see this glow at the base of my bed, so I have my phone right next to it. I whipped out the phone and took some pictures in the dark with the flash on and captured this series of images. And upon closer inspection, where's my pointer? I can't really freeze frame it. When this little halo forms over his head and he shoots it to me, watch that little spot right there. All right, he kind of shoots it to me. It bounces off. It comes over here and hits his wing. Oops. See how it kind of, he shoots it from his head. It comes to me, bounces off, but he hits it with, catches it, hits it with his wing and hits it back. All right. I look closer at the image of that halo, and it's more than just a halo. All right. So that was the next little thing that happened, and it was a little spooky. I wasn't sure, what the heck's going on now. I didn't know I had gotten attacked that night. I felt it. I didn't know what had happened. I just felt it. It wasn't until later that I saw on the security camera what happened. All right. But immediately afterwards, it hurt so bad, I just kind of went home, went upstairs, went to bed, and I'm laying in bed, and then this event happened right here. This is all in the etherical, so it's hard to see. It's kind of in the foreground in white, just like these other images and stuff that I've been showing to you. Okay, and this is a real event. I just kind of wanted to share that with you. I showed you some nasty demons and Satan and stuff last night, but I wanted to show you another angel that was this time captured by me in bed while I was laying in bed. All right, so there's that event. And he, like I said, he takes two things off of my head and flicks them away with this little wing over here. And then all of a sudden a halo forms over his head and shoots it to me. And so, yeah, some weird stuff has been going on. And I'm wondering, why is all this stuff happening to me? I'm just a normal guy. I've seen UFOs and stuff since I was a kid. I was more into that. I believed the UFOs. I didn't believe them. I knew they existed. So I was more of like a ufologist at the time, until all this stuff started happening to me. All right, so I just kind of wanted to share that with you. That's a little personal thing that happened there. And that was right after the event where Satan was spitting stuff at me here. Earlier in this video, I did just the rehash. It's the same thing what we did last night. It's just you can see it better last night than in this one. What else happened in this video? Oh yeah, here. All right, I showed you the one where it lifts up my bike. Here's one where there's an angel standing here, and he swings his wing in between me and the camera. You see that? And then I disappear. Watch this. Boom. Okay. Let me try it. Captures. All right, so yeah, I'm sitting there on that couch with the camera pointed at me, and I'm just starting to pray. I'm not like really doing any kind of recording stuff yet, or the thing's already running, but I'm just saying my opening prayers like I do before this show. I always stop, get the show all settled, get ready to go, and then I go outside and say a very, very important prayer. And there I am right there in deep prayer. And little did I know that this angel standing right next to me takes his wing and swings it between me and the camera there. And you see, it blocks me out for a second. It like, I don't know how to explain it. It just is what it is. All right. And then the rest of this video is the attack by Satan. And then what happened later that night when I went to bed, which I just showed you. Okay. That video is called Heavy. It's a pretty heavy video. But you guys have already seen most of the activity. So I would say you're pretty in too deep. Here, let's pull this one up now. Actually, you know what I want to do? I'm just going to play this whole video for a second while I get settled for our reading tonight. A lot of you have seen this already. I'm just going to play the video so I can get my stuff settled. There's an excuse for me to take a little break for a second here. Howdy folks, welcome back. So I know there's a lot of activity going on the sun, but I really don't feel like reporting on that stuff right now. Actually, I want to go back and revisit an event that happened earlier this year, 2020, around Easter, when I captured what appears to be Jesus in the clouds here. So I need you to tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees. And here's an eye, his other eye, his nose, his mouth, his chin and beard, his hair flowing back like this, and you can make out a crown up here above his head. That crown is hovering over his head. There seems to be almost a little halo around his head too. And once you see that image, then we can zoom in just a little bit tighter. There you go. Okay, and this event happened over a course of about an hour, and I got a lot of pictures of it. See, if we go up above here, you can see all these pictures up from way over here going across, or all of this event, and I'm going to show you more of what happened here. Okay, here I've taken about 7 or 8 of those pictures and put them together in a flip book, and you can see the different images, and that this event, is taking place here, because there's more that happens here. Okay, so starting here, we're going to go forward a little bit here through a lot of these images, all the way to right about here, where you can see that this face has changed now. Now we're seeing a more round, like lion type face with the nose right here. Here's an eye coming out here, an eye going that way. Here's its mouth slit, the chin going down here. So this round face right here with a crown still above it. Now I'm going to go through and show you the flip book where it changes from Jesus to this lion face. Okay, now we're here at this image right here. This is a flip book of about maybe 15 or 20 of those pictures, and it's the transition between Jesus's face and the lion face. Now this happened in the clouds, and it was so big and in your face you couldn't see it. It wasn't until I took these images and zoomed out and compress them. You didn't zoom in. They're too big in your face. You have to zoom out to see these. And these images that you're looking at have all been compressed, each frame, and then put into a flip book. And you can clearly see Jesus' face here with his crown hovering over his head, turning into that weird little lion face or whatever right there. Okay? And this happened back around Easter of 2020. So with Christmas right around the corner, I think, I just wanted to bring some hope to you folks and show you that, it's really real. It's really happening. And, you guys can look up into the clouds and take pictures just like I do and possibly capture something like this. So, it has a course of about an hour. And all right, so there's our Lord and Savior right there, showing up in the clouds as promised on Easter, of all days, on Easter. That should just scream volumes right there, the fact that this event happened on Easter. There was an event the day before that gave me a little hint, a little clue as to come down here the next day to try and capture anything happening in the clouds again. Okay, I showed you the event that happened before, the day before, that UFO-shaped looking cloud with the dragon face in it, okay, in the etherical, so I showed you that. All right, and then that's what led me to go down the following day on Easter to this very site where I captured the other image before, and this is what we captured that day. So very, very, very important event. Something I need to stipulate that happened during this event was all the birds in the area went berserk. They were flying around, circling around, screaming, whistling, singing, crowing, doing everything. The birds in the area went nuts. A warm wind kicked up, and this gentle, warm breeze blew in. It felt like a caress. It didn't feel like wind. It felt like a gentle caress. Well, all the birds went nuts, and here I am standing out in a parking lot with my arms up in the air, holding the camera for as long as I can to get as many pictures as this as possible. Because you can't take video of it, it's just going to look like clouds. You have to take a picture and then compress the image. You have to step back like 10 dimensions. Imagine if you could step out of your body and go a quarter mile behind you and have a vantage point from a quarter mile behind where your body is standing. Imagine if you could have a perspective from further back. Okay? That's what I have. I have this perspective from a different realm, from a different perspective, from 10 dimensions back. I can see this in the sky now, right? It's not big and in my face anymore. I know what to look for, and I can see this stuff all over the sky every day, except for, days when it's nice and sunny and there's no clouds. But when there is clouds, there's always activity in them, all right? And that was captured on Easter. I cannot, the urgency, I cannot stipulate the urgency of this image. Okay, let me get to the reading here. I messed up my break. I didn't do a good job. Let me see what I had here for us. There, we're back here. Okay. All right, let me wet my whistle here real quick, and then we'll do the reading. Hopefully, you stragglers that hang out to the end here have been enjoying these readings. Even the people that are watching this on replay that, hang to the end just for the reading. Okay, here we go. I gotta save. Okay, before I lose it. All right, here we go. Trust me and don't be afraid. Many things feel out of control. Your routines are not running smoothly. You tend to feel more secure when your life is predictable. Let me lead you to the rock that is higher than you and your circumstances. Take refuge in the shelter of my wings, where you are absolutely secure. When you are shaken out of your comfortable routines, grip my hand tightly and look for growth opportunities. Instead of bemoaning the loss of your comfort, accept the challenge of something new. I lead you on from glory to glory, making you fit for my kingdom. Say yes to the ways I work in your life, and trust me and don't be afraid. Listen to me continually. I have much to communicate to you. So many people and situations in need of prayer. I am training you to set your mind on me more and more, tuning out distractions through the help of my Spirit. Walk with me in holy trust, responding to my initiatives rather than trying to make things fit your plans. I died to set you free, and that includes freedom from compulsive planning. When your mind spins with a multitude of thoughts, you cannot hear my voice. A mind preoccupied with planning pays homage to the idol of control. Turn from this idolatry back to me, and listen to me and live abundantly. Let me control your mind. The mind is the most restless, unruly part of mankind. Long after you have learned the discipline of holding your tongue, your thoughts defy your will and set themselves up against me. Man is the pinnacle of my creation, and the human mind is wondrously complex. I risked all by granting you freedom to think for yourself. This is godlike privilege, forever setting you apart from animals and robots. I made you in my image, precariously close to a deity. Though my blood has fully redeemed you, Your mind is the last bastion of rebellion. So open yourself to my radiant presence, letting my light permeate your thinking. When my spirit is controlling your mind, you are filled with life and peace. I give you joy in your journey through the world. This sparkling gift is not a luxury, it's a necessity. There are bumps in the road ahead, as well as sharp curves, ascents, and descents. Without joy in your heart, you will become weary and discouraged. Joy is not dependent on the circumstances in your life, it can transcend them all. This is why impoverished people are often more joyful than those who have material wealth. Sick and even dying people can also find joy when they're trusting in me as their Savior, Lord, and friend. Seek to spread joy in the world around you. Let my light reflect from your demeanor through your smiles, your laughter, and your words. The Holy Spirit will equip you to do this as you give Him space in your life. Ask Him to fill you with contagious delight. Concentrate on staying close to me, and I will lead you along the path of life. In my presence there is fullness of joy. My paths are beyond tracing out, so come to me with humility in your heart, bowing before my infinite intelligence. Relinquish your demand to understand. Accept the fact that many things are simply beyond your comprehension. Because I am infinite and you are finite, the limitations of your mind make it impossible for you to understand much of what happens in your life and in the world. So it is vital to make room for mystery in your worldview. You are privileged to know many things that were formerly mysteries, things that had been kept hidden for ages and generations. The New Testament is full of I need another sip here. Sorry. Okay, where did we go? Let me just start and repeat that last one here. You are privileged to know many things that were formerly mysteries, things that had been kept hidden for ages and generations. This New Testament is full of revelations that came through in my incarnation, life, death, and resurrection. You are immeasurably blessed to have this priceless knowledge. Nonetheless, the ways I work in your world are often mysterious to you, beyond tracing out. This presents you with a choice: to resent my ways or to bow before me in wonder and worship. Marvel at the depth of the riches of my wisdom and knowledge. All right, folks, I think that's it for tonight. It's been a long, hard day for me. I've been fighting battles, spiritual battle all day. And ready for a little break, I think. Alright, to kind of do that, it comes in better when it's a smaller picture. It comes in clearer. It's like a picture in a newspaper made out of a bunch of dots. If you put it right up to your face, you can't see it, but when you back away, it actually makes a picture. Alrighty, so we're connecting the dots here. This will be the fifth dot. The first one was Nibiru and Nemesis, the dragon of Revelation 12, showing up 13 days before the star alignment. Star alignment being the second dot, that actually took place. The third dot was the Revelation 12 baby being born in my garage, and Mary and angels showing up the next day after that. And then the next dot was the fourth dot was the demons and Satan attacking me. Okay, and now the fifth dot was the angel that showed up at the foot of my bed after being attacked by Satan, and doing what he did there. And when we get close to the end here, we're kind of go through and rehash these dots again and go over them, and then we'll give you the final dot that connects them all, and you'll be able to see the hidden picture that couldn't be seen before. Okay. So I think that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you guys are feeling the holiday spirit. I'm trying to as well. Even though people try to rob me of it, I'm still fighting to keep that joy. All right? Fighting for you guys as well. I think that's it for tonight. I love you all. God bless you all. I miss you all. And until my next show, I'll be back. I'm already back.